All right. Thank you for joining us today for All Things Insurance with Miss Charlotte Lehto of Farmers Insurance here in Lincoln City. So thank you for joining us, Charlotte.
No problem. Thank you for inviting me. This is a fun opportunity to talk about my favorite subject, which is not everybody's favorite subject, but that's insurance. So
it is fascinating. I think it is. I used to love insurance
I
when
know. I tell Dwayne Silvernagle all the time that I'm the biggest insurance geek on the planet. I'm not interested in much else. And what does that say about me? Not much, I suppose. But anyway, so I'm here to answer questions or talk more about what's going on the healthcare realm and just general insurance. So you take it from here, Lori. You direct and I'll follow.
All right. So one of the questions that I think I've been getting here at the chamber and a lot of people are dealing with is, okay, so you've been laid off and now you're about to lose your health insurance. So what are some of the options?
Okay, so first of all, the minute that you're laid off, your employer or your health plan is going to send you something called a letter of creditable coverage. And that's going to say, oh, by the way, the end of April, you don't have insurance anymore. That letter or that document is an individual's ticket to enroll in private health insurance, either directly through a carrier, or if you want to receive a subsidy, which is an offset to the cost of the health insurance premium, you can enroll through healthcare.gov, which is the health insurance marketplace. Did you get all that?
Okay, so it's kind of a two-part process that you have to go through. Is that what I'm understanding?
No. So there exist two pathways to enroll in individual health insurance. Most people, about 60% of the individual population, they enroll through healthcare.gov, which is the health insurance marketplace. And the marketplace is there to facilitate individual enrollment in health insurance plans. And the reason that you would want to enroll through the health insurance marketplace is you make a certain amount of income, under a certain amount of income, which entitles you, for example, to a subsidy, which offsets the gross cost of your health insurance. So let's say you're a single person and you make $40,000 a year. That would entitle you to enroll via the health insurance marketplace. And you would, based on your age, you would receive some type of a subsidy that the government pays on your behalf to the health insurer to offset the cost of your health insurance.
All right. So are you suggesting that when you actually receive that very first letter, then that is the time want to go in and get that done?
Exactly. Well, or beforehand. Sometimes insurers can take a little bit of time to send that particular letter, but as soon as you know that you're going to lose your health insurance, that's the time to contact myself or to get in touch with another agent or healthcare.gov to affect your enrollment. If you make too much money, if you're a higher end wage earner, you may very well not be able to enroll through healthcare.gov due to your higher income, but you can then enroll direct with an insurance carrier if you want to.
Okay, so either way, there's questions. So what is your contact information if someone wanted to get a hold of you?
Sure. My contact information is my phone number, 541-994-2884. You can also send an email to me at charlotte@insurancestores.com.
And are you working in the office these days?
Yes, we are actually. Yes, we are in the office. In certain circumstances, I am taking face-to-face appointments, but much of this can be done over the phone. It can be done via email if you're not comfortable coming in. So it's all dependent on the individual.
Right. Okay, so let's go ahead and open it up for questions. Joy, I know that you had a couple of questions.
Yeah, can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you. Hi, Joy.
Hi, how are you, Charlotte?
We're doing really well. How about you?
Doing okay. I've been working from home for the past month, and you know, it's all right.
Yeah, it's kind of our new normal, isn't it?
It is, it is. I was just wondering how the pandemic has, ah, ah,
Uh-oh, what happened?
okay, yeah, I lost a picture, sorry. I was just wondering how the pandemic has impacted the insurance industry. It's been going on for almost 2 months now, and I know there's been changes.
There has been changes. So the state of Oregon has mandated that insurers, health insurers, and property and casualty insurers, for example, like Farmers Insurance Group, Farmers Insurance Group on the PNC side, we're not allowed to cancel policies right now, and so that extension has been for about 30 days now. So we have paused cancellations, we have paused late charges, late notices. So because of the pandemic, there are constraints on insurers about being able to cancel policies, for example, that have been non-paid for, non-payment of premium. And in all instances, I know that, for example, like State Farm and Allstate and Farmers and many others have sent sweeping emails to their clients and letters to their clients indicating, hey, we're not going to cancel your policy. If you need some help making your premium payment, you need a little bit more time to pay an extension, give your insurance company a phone call and see if they'll play ball with you.
Okay. Okay.
Okay. As far as the health insurance side, if you have health insurance through the federal marketplace, you already have 90 days in which to pay your bill. If you have enrolled direct with the carrier, for example, you've circumvented the marketplace and you've enrolled direct with Regents Blue Cross or Providence, then give those carriers a phone call, let them know your situation, and ask for an extension of the payment due date. And most likely they will work with you on that.
Okay. And I had a couple more questions.
Sure.
What do insured business owners need to be doing right now?
Boy, we've had a couple of our clients have called in and they have ramped back coverages, and you can do that too on your personal policies. So let's say, first of all, let's talk about personal policy. So let's say you're a two-person household with 4 vehicles, and you drive those vehicles on and off. With many insurers, you can call your agent and ask to put non-driven vehicles on what they call a storage rate. That storage rate will allow you to keep insurance on the vehicles, but you won't be paying a full-priced premium for those vehicles on your policy. As far as business owners are concerned, don't know if you're aware of this or not, but most policies do not include any coverage for pandemics. So loss of business income related to the pandemic is not going to be a covered peril in any policy that I'm aware of. Okay. As far as ramping down or pausing your insurance, you can contact your insurance agent or your carrier and find out what they are particularly offering for your policy. If there's any special treatment that they're allowing, if they will allow you to reduce certain coverages until you get back into the full swing of things. Restaurants are a good example. We've had a few restaurants that have called us and said, hey, we don't need liquor liability because guess what? We're not serving liquor.
Right.
Right. And so what we've done is we've just taken the liquor liability off because that's a good hunk of most restaurants' insurance premiums in order to reduce the cost of the insurance. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
So again, reach out to your particular insurance carrier, find out what they can do for you. Believe it or not, they're going to be very anxious to hear from you. You know, every colleague I've talked to in this industry, we are trying very, very hard to make sure that our clients know that they're in a safe place, and we'll do everything that we can to keep their insurance going for them, and we'll work with them.
Got it. I had one more question. What changes are coming to the insurance industry in the future? Just about every other industry that I'm aware of, especially, we're in long-term care. medicine, communications. I mean, there's so many fields that are going to be permanently impacted by this pandemic. Are there any permanent changes that, or just little tweaks that the insurance industry will carry on with after the pandemic has died down?
You know, that's a good question. I know that I heard from a couple long-term care carriers. One of them was Mutual of Omaha, and they have a moratorium on new long-term care applications. Not sure how long that is going to last. So as it stands, if you write with Mutual of Omaha, for example, you can't submit any long-term care insurance policies.
Okay.
I think within, and I can speak from my standpoint, meeting with clients face-to-face. This whole pandemic is really going to flip, for me personally and all other agents, the annual enrollment period on its ear. In the fall of the year, that starts the annual enrollment period for health and Medicare plans. And so where I would normally meet with people face-to-face, we're going to be doing a whole lot more Zoom presentations, simply because the over 65 individuals who have Medicare plans, or over 60 individuals, they're a vulnerable population, that's for sure. One of the other things that has come out is that COVID-19 testing is going to be paid by Medicare. It's also going to be paid by individual health insurance plans. So if you have, if you are under a COVID-19 testing scenario, you would want to check with your insurer for confirmation of that. But my understanding is the copays and certain treatments related to COVID-19 testing are also going to be waived.
Got it. Okay. Okay.
Yeah. The other thing that we're seeing too, which is an interesting offshoot, is that telemedicine. I don't know if you folks are familiar with that, but telemedicine is exactly what we're doing right now, is speaking to each other over Zoom or chat on a cell phone. That is something that is coming into great popularity simply due to the distancing rules. So instead of walking in to a care center or a clinic where there might already be sick people, if you're sick, most carriers are allowing access via telemed. So that's an important change and a new way of visiting with your doctor. So this is all kind of a brave new world.
I remember last time we had a chamber meeting like this, Dr. Ogden said that the televisits were going to be a permanent part of their arsenal, I guess, going forward, because it's so effective and so cost efficient.
Yes, it is. I agree with that. And certainly there are people that still want the warm, fuzzy feeling that you get when you're talking with your doctor face to face. But I don't know, this chat today feels pretty warm, fuzzy to me, and I can envision myself chatting with my doctor via this portal or this technique, as opposed to go seeing face to face. This whole situation is just going to just flip the way that we've lived in the past on its ear. That's for sure.
Right. Right. Okay.
Well, that's good questions, Joy.
Thank you. Yeah, I really appreciate you being available to talk to us, because we all have so many questions and we don't even know what we don't know. And just coming together and explaining what we do know to each other it is a warm and fuzzy calming effect. It's nice to get. It
is very warm and fuzzy. It is, and I just have to. I've done this a couple times, but I really want to shout out what Lori has done. I mean, she has just done such a tremendous job of galvanizing the business community. I am just absolutely amazed at her resilience, and I'm so thrilled at the feedback, at the way that business owners are supporting each other. I've always said it, but I say it's just very, very true. We just live in the grooviest place on earth. This is just a great place. Yeah. So good job, Lori, and for everyone who's coming to work. Yeah, yay, Lori! Big.
Thanks,
when this is all over, I'm going to send her a big bouquet of flowers.
Well, and like we keep talking about, everything that we do will be kind of changing, and we'll find a new normal. But, you know, we've got to come out of this with positivity. And you're right. I'd love seeing how we're taking care of each other, the people that we're checking on, our neighbors, some of them we've never even spoke to before. So yeah, there's a lot of good that's going to come out of this.
I think that for every cloud, there's always a silver lining, and the glass is always half full, because when you look at the reaction of our community compared to some of the other communities nationwide, where there's so much fighting and dissension and hatred, and nobody's on the same page with what they need to do, I am very, very proud of our little Lincoln City for pulling up its bootstraps and responding to this virus the way that they have.
Yeah, absolutely.
I think that Little Lincoln City, I think we've all grown accustomed to pulling up our bootstraps, because if y'all remember the hurricane in 2007, nobody even knew it happened until we were, what, 2 days into it? And we were stranded, and we had to help each other as neighbors and friends and strangers, and, you know, it was... It is a great place to live, with a great community that helps each other.
Oh yeah, and the thing that I of course hearken back to is, you know, when I had cancer and I came out with it, and everybody was just there with open arms. And I know that for the 3 or 4 of us that are on this chat, we've all had our certain personal crises that have occurred, but it always seems like when those crises occur, there's just someone there and with their arms open for you to fall into their arms and help you out. And that's the thing that I just love about Lincoln City, and why I would never want to live anywhere else.
Yeah, it's true that.
Yeah.
So Charlotte, kind of what we've been talking about, and you know, along that same line, it's very nice to see the companies working so hard to keep their clients, you know, working with their payment schedules. So what advice would you give to anybody that is laid off and doesn't have any income coming in right now?
Okay, first of all, I know it's a difficult prospect, and Governor Brown did address it last week, but if you are not working, remember, you can file for unemployment. Doesn't matter if you're a gig worker, if you're a contractor, you can apply for Oregon unemployment, and federal unemployment will be there for you as well. So be sure to do that. If you're a business owner, take advantage of the paycheck loan. The paycheck. Excuse me, ladies. Hang on just a second. Take advantage of the Paycheck Protection Loan Program. I'm doing that myself. One thing to remember is, if you do qualify for the Paycheck Loan Program, if you use it on payroll, then you don't have to pay the loan back. That's something that's a good thing as well. Continue to stay in touch with your employer. Make sure that they know that you're willing and able to come back to work, because I do believe that Governor Brown will probably try and get us back open by the end. I've even heard maybe the middle of May or the end of May. But I don't think it's going to happen all at once. I think it's going to be an evolution of certain industries opening up, and then a few more, and then a few more. What do you think about that, Lori?
Well, they just extended, countywide extended our short-term rentals and hotels being closed until May 31st.
Oh, did they? Okay.
Yeah, yesterday there was a meeting. So, you know, I kind of feel the same way. They've opened up the non-emergency procedures for healthcare, so that is going to start happening. So things will start slow, but you know, it's one of those, we've got to be very careful how we open the floodgates too, because we won't be able to shut them once we open them.
Right. I was distressed to hear that Idaho had gone ahead and called and opened for business, because we see a lot of Idahoans over here, and hopefully they won't come over here into our state thinking that they're going to be able to check into hotel rooms, because they're not going to be able to, right?
Right. Yep.
Yeah. And it's also good to know that Oregon, Washington, and California are kind of working together to develop a plan. And I understand Nevada is now part of that too.
And so is
to
Colorado.
Open up.
It's Oregon, Washington, California, Colorado, and Nevada now.
Oh, that's wonderful.
Yeah, because like we keep saying, we are all in this together. So Charlotte, does anybody else have any questions? Nope. All right. Well, thank you so much for being on the show today. This will be available on our social media and also on our website, because we're trying to keep all of these videos available in case someone wants to go back and watch it or refer someone to go watch it. So thank you for all you do, Charlotte. I know you're there for so many people and have a lot of great information for all of us. So thank you so much
Wonderful.
for being on the show.
You're most welcome. If you have questions, don't hesitate to reach out to me. I'm here for you.
All right. Thanks
Thank
so
you,
much.
Charlotte.
See everybody later.
All right.
Bye.
Take care. Bye.